Bhajan Radhe
राधे।
Radhe Govinda.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं कविता चौहान और आज हमारे स्टूडियो में मौजूद हैं ऐसी हस्ती जिनके सुर को सिर्फ सुना नहीं जाता बल्कि महसूस किया जाता है। देश हो या विदेश, मंदिर हो या मंच, उनका जो डिविनिटी और स्पिरिचुअलिटी की तरफ झुकाव है और जिस तरह से वो कीर्तन करती हैं, वो इस भक्ति को एक अलग शक्ति देती हैं। जी हाँ, हम बात कर रहे हैं अच्युत गोपी जी की और उनके साथ में है चल मन वृंदावन की फाउंडर ऋतु भगवानी जी। आप दोनों का हमारे शो पे स्वागत है। वेलकम टू आवर स्टूडियो।
Thank you so much for having us. Jai Radhe Govinda.
Thank you so much. Radhe Govinda.
Radhe Govinda. So Achyuta ji, I would like to ask my first question. You have created a beautiful space, with music and kirtan. Tell us, where did this journey of kirtan begin?
Born and raised in a Vaishnav family. So being a Vaishnav is the only thing that I've ever known. And for me, being able to proudly show my Vaishnavism here in the home of Vaishnavism was always something that I absolutely wanted, an incredible dream to be able to do something a little bit different. I feel as though many people, many bands, many musicians, they'll come to India, they will do a tour, they take all of the money and then they leave. They go back to where they come from. And for me, this was an opportunity to raise funds and then put it back into spiritual, cultural preservation and cultural heritage. So for me, this was an instance to be able to take so many funds and pour them back into religious places like Sri Vrindavan Dham, which absolutely needs these funds because this is a land of 5,000 temples. What happens for the temples that are not on Instagram? What happens to the small temples who are not known so widely? What happens to the temples that are not visited by big people? What happens to Thakurji there? Is it not the same Thakurji that is in every single temple? So my aim and my hope in creating such a space with music and with kirtan was to raise funds that contribute to cultural preservation.
So Ritu, हम आपसे पूछेंगे चल मन वृंदावन. This is an organization which does these concerts where you promote spirituality. At a very young age you have started. What was the thought behind it?
As Mataji clearly mentioned that our thoughts actually aligned. I'd visited Vrindavan a year and a half back where I saw this beautiful deity of Dauji, wherein I thought that we really wish to do something for this temple and it was not in our hands at that point of a time. So somehow I tried to chase her, mail her, message her, DM her that I think we can do this together because I know for a reason that she also has the same thought that she wants to do something for our culture, for our temples, and as she is born and raised Vaishnava, I thought we can do something together. And then somehow things aligned and we thought that let's just start this organization called Chal Man Vrindavan and let's do something for India and for the temples here. So to be able to do something here for our deities, for temples, this thought came, and then all of you will see in our group are young. They wanted to start young. So yeah, that's what the thought was.
I have been seeing your videos last night on Instagram and how beautifully you connect the youth also to spirituality. It is amazing. So do you think that this new art form which you have created, this is gonna stay, and then this is how Sanatan is gonna be promoted as far as the youth is concerned?
It's not new. This is old.
Yes, it's old.
None of this is new. This art form is not new. LED screens are new. CO2 is new. Flower shooting out of cannons is new. What we are doing, speaking Bhagavad Katha, is very old. Singing these bhajans is very old. We haven't created anything. All that we've done is we have taken the warmth of what grandparents would give, and we've just brought it back. We bring back the bhajans that everybody used to listen to as a child. And then that's all we're doing is we're singing it again because It's become a little bit backwards. Everybody wakes up their child and says, study chemistry and math for 8 hours a day. Does anybody wake up their child and say, study Bhagavad Gita for 8 hours a day before you leave this house? She's experienced a great loss in her family, where family members did not get to be older. So she understands that there is a deep, urgent need to don't wait for spirituality, don't wait for your devotion to blossom. Take it in your hands now, because it is only up to us. It's not up to somebody else to say, now you have permission to be spiritual. All of us, every single one of us, have an innate ability to love God and to serve God throughout whatever we're doing. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you eat, whatever you do, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, everybody must work. Even I have to work. If I didn't work, society would go off track. So Shri Krishna says, even I have to work. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, don't give up your job. He's telling Arjuna the entire time, do not give up your job. Simply work for me. So now this is what we're trying to do with all of our hearts and souls, is encourage everyone. It's okay. Just work for Krishna. You are in a news channel, but now you get to work for Krishna. I am somehow singing, speaking, but now I get to do it for Krishna. She is good at running companies and managing and having incredible ideas and the follow-through, but she gets to offer it as a service to Krishna. And this is what we are trying to show to the new generation, that you don't have to give up being doctors, lawyers, dentists. We need those. They were Vedyas. We need doctors. We need lawyers. We need advocates. We need people who are going to be able to understand this is spiritual heritage, and they will stand up for spiritual heritage. So that's why we need people to keep their jobs.
Great, superb. I think it's a brilliant thinking. Ritu, हमने देखा कुछ दिन पहले there was a concert, कीर्तन concert जो हैदराबाद में organize होने वाला था, but certain situations didn't permit for her to perform there. There was an issue. The concert was stopped, I think probably 2 hours before. What would you like to say about these kind of incidents? Because India is a country where you have a lot of culture. You have people coming and performing concerts from across the world. But when it comes down to a Kirtan concert, then why? That is my question to you. What do you think?
See, for us, it was a surprise, shocking surprise that 2 hours before the concert was supposed to start, because the doors had already opened, our permission was rejected. And then we got a call that there'll be stampede and situations where police will not be able to control. My responsibility as a citizen of this country is to be able to do something that can give right things to people. People like her, if they are coming all the way from US to our country to push our culture, to tell people about Krishna consciousness or consciousness for that matter, my question is, why would you stop us? We are promoting our culture. You can see so many other concerts are being promoted where there are many activities that we should not be doing on our part. But still, we were revoked. There was nothing in that matter which was wrong.
People were asking, what attire should we wear? I said, full Indian attire. We are bringing the atmosphere of a Tirtha Yatra to this place. We are bringing an atmosphere of purity in Vrindavan to this place. So full Indian attire. Everybody had full Indian attire on. It was such a celebration. It looked colorful and magnificent. If you could have seen what we had planned, it was incredible. We had flowers on every seat to offer as an honored guest, just the same way as Krishna would have honored Sudama.
So the concert, the tour basically, it's a Kirtan tour, it's still going to continue. I'm so sure about it. I believe that you have postponed the dates for different cities. How did you manage that? How difficult? I'm sure it was a very difficult thing, because, you know, one place, one city you can postpone, but the entire tour, because this is not happening, like the concerts are not happening, the tour is not happening for the first time in India. And now our government is also, and our Prime Minister has also appreciated a lot of people who have come to India to perform and have big concerts. We have had Coldplay, Diljit Dosanjh we have had. So now, what next? I would like to know from your side.
Yeah, my hope is that this helps rally everyone together, because all we have ever wanted is a unified experience. This is an experience where we're trying to unify between classes, unify everyone who has any devotion within the heart, any desire to upgrade their consciousness. And it's not just about love. Love is one thing, but what is true love and where does true happiness reside? Mundane love, I love you today, I hate you tomorrow. But when it comes to creating a bond that is based on spirituality, that is a love that goes way deeper than any argument, than any skin color difference, than any background difference. I can tell you I've gained such a family with Chalman Vrindavan, and we have cried countless days thinking, how can we postpone this? We have put all our hard work, and I'm looking at people with faith in their eyes. They're looking at me saying, but we put our faith in Krishna. You told us that Krishna would save us. Because I'm always the one saying, Krishna's our best friend. It doesn't matter who has any obstacles against us. Just like Draupadi was saved, Krishna will save us. Now their faith is resting on me. And my faith is resting on all of you. And so my hope is that we can come together in such a united front to show anybody who had any kind of obstacles. I would like to know who, but even if we don't get to know who, we should show them who we are. Who are we as Vaishnavas, or as people who have an elevated consciousness, people who really believe in Krishna? We can show them Krishna doesn't back down. Krishna's holy name can't be stopped. We can go out there and we can sing Jai Shri Ram, because the holy name of Lord Ram should not be stopped anywhere. And so that's my hope. It was such a difficult decision, but in cooperating with all authorities, in trying to cooperate with the many threats, police keep coming. Even in Bangalore they came, and we were in a way forced not to even be able to interact with the crowd. So we had promised meet and greets, but because the police kept coming, then the venue security was also on high alert. And so they're saying, we don't know what will happen. There may be stampedes, there may be dangers on your life. And so my first responsibility is to protect those around me.
Okay, tell me one thing. You started doing these Kirtan concerts, okay? Which one was your personal favorite and where you decided, this is it, this is how I'm gonna get the youth, rather humanity, to be attached to spirituality?
I didn't decide that.
Krishna decided. All right.
I was a puppet. I show up, I open my mouth, and I pray from the core of my heart. Oh my Lord, I have been yours since the day I was born. If you want something to happen, then you make it happen. I can't do it. I am one small person. I'm not even 5 feet tall. But if you want something to happen, you can make it as big as you want, my Lord. I'm in your hands. Everyone who has come here has come to see you, not me. If you see anything good in me, it is just an effulgence of my spiritual master and of Shri Krishna. So anybody that's seeing me and thinks, wow, she's done something amazing, what you're seeing is Krishna's mercy. You are seeing God live in action. And that's what I saw in Bangalore. Bangalore, I got to see Krishna 1,000 different ways, from every single heart, shouting loud as they could from the crowd, Mataji, we are with you. Mataji, we are not afraid of anything. Roaring back about Lord Nrsimha, roaring back about Jai Shri Ram. How can I say that I have any loss of faith in Krishna when he's shown me himself in 1,000 different ways from so many different hearts?
Beautiful. I think I'm just loving the way you're talking about Lord Krishna, about Ram. It's just that it makes you feel so connected, and we see that today's generation may be not that well connected, but when it comes from youngsters, I'm sure people will connect. And I think this is a need of the hour.
Yes.
We need that. You know, everything, digitalization is going to go on, but the spirituality which has been going on, the legacy is being carried on. I think that should stay and should be taken in a great, great, great manner ahead. So, Ritu, आप बताइए मुझे, how was your connection with her? How did you think of her that she is the one who's going to come to India and be there for this Kirtan concert?
If I tell you, actually, I'm telling you, I was after her life for 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
That's half a year.
Yeah. I had seen her Bhajan Radhe video. And I was sitting with my friends and I was like, you know what? Let's just not do Kirtan. Let's do a concert. We can have traditional thought with modern approach, and her voice fits well. She, you know, if you listen to her, it's more like even an aged person can listen to her, a 2-year-old can listen to her, a 15-year-old can listen to her. And so I was like, you know, let's connect all the ages together with her voice. So started texting and all of that, but of course, you know.
And where did you get the connect from?
Instagram.
All right.
I started with Instagram and then I started mailing her back to back. And somehow she did not reply. She's like, okay, a lot of people mail me. They're not serious. Because of course, you know, a lot of people would be mailing her that, you know, we want to have you, we want to do this with you.
If somebody just says, I want to do a concert, but then she said magic words.
What were the magic words?
The magic words were like, I really, really wish to work towards Dauji's temple and the preservation of Vrindavan in whatever manner possible, to be able to serve some widows, some dasis who have devoted their lives to Krishna, to be able to provide some educational opportunities to kids who need it. So it's a thought. It's just not that I thought of something and, you know, I want to do it. But there is a beautiful thought behind it, and I think we can align. And then she said, okay, let's catch up. And then I flew all the way to Dubai.
Yeah. Okay.
Which was like, okay, it's a free country. You can come and meet, but I'm not sure still if you're serious or not.
I'm a New Yorker, we never know.
And then I was right there in front of her for 12 hours, straight, stable. Wow. I need to meet her.
So this is Bhakti and this is Shakti.
Yeah.
So both have combined to bring that aura to India and to be in the name of God, in the name of Lord Krishna and Ram. Great. I would like to ask you, you know, behind this calm smile, you are so soulful singing you have, and what is Achyuta Devi, or I would say Achyuta Ma or Achyut Gopi, when the mic is off?
Yeah, who am I?
You should know, who are you?
For me, what you see is what you get. I am a Vaishnav through and through. People know, if you really want to find me, usually I'm in my room reading something. I'll read Shastra, or I'm chanting Nam Jap. Like, that is through and through who I am. And somehow or other, even from the time I was young, I never had any desire to go and be a party animal or do anything other than be Krishna conscious. And somehow or other, I've been graced with a belief. I absolutely believe without a doubt that Krishna is real. And that is what I've based my life around. I've written a book on poetry and stories and prayers to Shri Shri Radha Govinda. And it won an award in America by people who are not spiritually minded. And I've just built my life around trying to be as straightforward as possible. And I honestly believe that if I am going to embark on a path and tell others that bhakti is the way to go with your life, how can I do that without living it? It shouldn't be that somebody should peer behind some closed door and I'm somewhere doing all manner of things. What you see is what you get. At any given moment, they know that I will stop a meeting because Shiv Shakti is on TV and that's my favorite show currently.
What all temples have you visited here in Jaipur? You know that Jaipur is also called Choti Kashi.
Yes, I mean, but it's also called Gupta Vrindavan.
Yes. So have you been to the beautiful temples of Jaipur?
Of course. I mean, there's Govind Dev Ji and Gopinath Ji. Those are some of my favorite places to be. They are incredible. And to hear that they are a testament to the victory of this place. There are kings who believed so much that they were willing to save Vrindavan. They were willing to rescue Krishna. And there's such a huge Vaishnav history that goes along with these two temples. There's Radha Vinodji, there's Shishi Radha Damodar, which are here. There are so many of the deities of Vrindavan who took shelter here in Jaipur and decided to stay here in Jaipur. And so much so that the previous kings of Jaipur, all the other kings go into battle, they say Har Har Mahadev. In Jaipur, it's different. The kings of Jaipur of antiquity would go into battle saying Jai Radhe Govinda.
So I think we've come to the end of this interview. But before we close on this, I have one small request. For all the audiences who are watching us through this television interview, can you just sing something for us and for our audiences? Maybe Bhajan Radhe.
I mean, in the land of Radha Govinda, how can I refuse? Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimad Ratnagara Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtalibi Sevyamano Smarami Bhajan Radhe
Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe
Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Shishi Radha Govinda Dev Ki Jai.
Thank you so much for being here in this studio. And I'm 100% sure that this concert is gonna be a super duper hit. Thank you. Thank you. आपने देखा कि किस तरीके से भक्ति को और संगीत को इन्होंने एक नया नाम दिया है। और हम अपने ऑडियंसेस से विदा लेते हुए बस एक सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं कि क्या आर्ट फॉर्म और भक्ति को एक तरीके से देखा जा सकता है या फिर भक्ति और आर्ट दोनों ही अलग हैं? धन्यवाद।
भजन राधे
Radhe.
राधे
राधे गो